The absolute craziest thing is happening to me on Twitter right now, and even like before in life. So I thought this was last year, but yeah, he's a fucking crazy person. So yeah, it wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago. So this person has been stalking me, I guess, for 2 years now. 2 years ago, I was in LA, and I was staying at this place called The Level. It's like a hotel slash luxury apartment type. They do 1 bedroom studios, 2 bedrooms, like, and you can stay there in LA. And so 2 summers ago, I was staying in downtown LA. Me and my partner at the time, my boyfriend at the time, we're staying there, and there's a Whole Foods in downtown. And I'm like, all right, babe, I'm gonna go run to the dispensary, and then I'm gonna go to Whole Foods really quick, and then I'll be right the heck back. So I'm walking, and I go to this place. It's called Mad Men, and it's a dispensary, and it's like right down the street from the Whole Foods. And if you guys have ever been in downtown LA, you know where this Whole Foods is, and the Mad Men that's down there. They're like literally 3 blocks maybe from each other. And you can Google this. You can Google The Level Whole Foods in LA, and you can see how close they are to each other. And so I'm walking from Mad Men to Whole Foods, and in between these 3 blocks of each other, this person, his name is Nick Dangers, runs into me. I don't know who this is, and he runs, and I hear from behind me, "L, L, L," and I'm like, what the heck? And it's this person, and he's like, "I'm such a big fan of yours. I love you. Oh my God. Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm just like so in shock, and I'm like, oh my God. And so he's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, we can take a picture. And I am like, cool. And so I take a picture with my phone, and I take a picture with him, and I'm like, I haven't been to a convention in forever. I don't really like shoot that much anymore. That's really funny that you noticed me. He's like, "I've been a big fan of yours forever. I absolutely love you, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to shoot with you sometime." And I said, "Oh, no, I don't shoot." And he was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I'm like, "It's great to meet you." And he goes, "Thanks for letting me take a picture." And he goes walking off. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I start walking, away. And then I hear from behind me, and he starts walking back towards me, and he starts coming, and I'm like, and he's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, I'm walking." And he starts following me, and he's like following. So then I start texting my boyfriend, and I'm like, oh my God. And I send my boyfriend the picture of him, and I'm like, "Babe, I just took this fan photo. This is this guy. He's following me now. I'm heading to the Whole Foods." Like, and this dude, it's like getting uncomfortable. And mind you, these are the type of relationships that I was in, and the mental distress. Like, my boyfriend at the time was like, "Why the fuck would you take a picture with somebody? This is by our hotel. Why would you do that? We're staying right around the corner from here. Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Now I gotta come fucking save you, man." And I'm like, oh my God, I have a literal person next to me who's making me uncomfortable, who's literally following me right now from the place I'm walking. I'm like walking to Whole Foods, and I'm like, well, thank God I'm going to Whole Foods. I'm not going back to my room. And this person's following me, and my boyfriend is now arguing with me on the phone, and I'm trying to make it seem, like, that I'm not arguing with my boyfriend, that I'm not trying to get, like, this big ass scene. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to Whole Foods right now. Like, what's up?" He's like, "Well, I'm trying to get a scene with you. I'm trying to get in the industry." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not interested. I don't do scenes." "Well, I could pay you whatever your rate is." And I'm like, "I'm not interested. I don't do scenes. I don't." And everyone knows me. I've never been paid for a scene. I don't do scenes. I don't want to do scenes. I don't want to be paid for by scenes. It's not an interest of mine. I'm not interested in that. So this person follows me into Whole Foods, and I go into the section that's like and it's funny because my ex is actually like texting me right now about this dog. And it's like the ex that I got into an argument with about this person. And I go into the produce section, and the workers at Whole Foods are seeing this interaction between me and this Nick Dangerous person. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of something. Like, hey, I had plans for my afternoon that didn't involve you. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but I really, like, I have stuff that I'm doing. He's like, yeah, but I just really, like, can I get your number? And I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, can we not, like, and he's like, yeah, but I've shot scenes and I have my first scene coming up with this person, and like, I could give you my references, and like, I'd really want to like shoot with you one day, and like, I got my first scene coming up, and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested. And he's like, I've shot with so-and-so before. I'm like, bro, I'm not interested. I have things going on. And so at this point, I'm like, my boyfriend is, like, I'm texting him, my boyfriend's coming, and I see my boyfriend coming from like the glass windows, like going from Whole Foods. And I'm like, hey, I'm meeting somebody here. Like, do you need something? And I like go up to the worker at Whole Foods, and I'm like, hey, can you help me really quick? Because I need some help in this situation. And the person at Whole Foods is like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, can you help me find something? And the person's like, yeah, okay. And me and the worker from Whole Foods walk away, and I don't know what happened to him, but then at that point I like go and find my boyfriend. And then for 6 months, this Nick Dangerous person finds me, and I think he walked out of the store or whatever, or he fucking got it because my boyfriend ended up showing up. And I got berated for like, oh my god, the rest of the day was fucking terrible. Like, I had to come downstairs and get you from the level, and you know not to take pictures with people. Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And this Nick Dangerous person then proceeded to message me on Instagram for months. Hey, do you remember meeting me at the Whole Foods? Blah, blah, blah. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? I'm the fan that wants to do a scene with you. Oh my God, I could pay your booking rate. And I'm like, I've said no. I've said no. I've said no. And then put my picture up on Twitter and was like, I met Austin L. I met this person. Blah, blah, blah. Skip forward to today. This person has changed their names on Instagram. On Twitter. Now their name is like Michael Myers something on Twitter. And they're like, I'm a pay pig. I want to be your biggest fan. I'm a pay pig. Can I get your pay app? Can I get a way to pay you? I'm like, okay, Venmo, OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. Venmo, OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. This person called me. I don't know how on this phone that doesn't work. I got a call, like a missed call. This phone doesn't even have service. It doesn't even have service. This person called me because, like, you can see, this says like 7/27/22 was like the last calls on this. Like 7/27/22 were the last calls on this. And then this person called me today. And I don't know how they motherfucking called me on this phone that doesn't have service. And I'm like, how did you call me on a phone? How did you call? He's like, I didn't call you. Oh, so now you're a liar. So now you're a stalker and a liar. Also, now you're a stalker and a liar. So I took a screenshot of his picture and I put it up on Twitter, and I said, oh, so now you're scary. He gonna put a screenshot of the picture, or he's gonna put a picture and say, I met this hoe in LA. Like, I met this hoe in LA before. Before you did weird shit? You gonna put the picture of before you did weird shit, just like you asked me to be a pay pig before I realized that it was you? Play with me if you want to, because I'm not rap tight. I'm really not rap tight. Like, I'm really not rap tight. Like, I'm one of those people, like, mm. Because that Libra energy in me will make me, I remember everything. And I'll wait. I will wait. Because now this person been stalking me for 2 years and they done spin the block. And now they're trying to make a mockery of my word. They're trying to make me feel fearful in my own platform, and I will, ooh, ooh, the way that I'm not rap tight for that. There will come a day and there will come a way. Ooh. So, I don't know why, but I keep my head low. I keep myself up out of drama. I don't bother nobody. I stay on cam. I stay where I can. I stay low. I stay out of people's way. So when people come for me and they try to make things uncomfortable for me, I'll turn the place up. I'll start flipping chairs and everything. I'll make it uncomfortable for everybody. Ooh. So that's what happened to me just now.